What is absolutely unnecessary? Gold flakes on food. It's both expensive and tasteless. Arguing with kids under the age of 10. I'm smart. You're dumb. I'm big. You're little. I'm right. You're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it? My aunt still says this to me. I'm 26. Dog and cat breeds with those fucked up noses. Pugs shouldn't even exist. More than half their Wikipedia page lists health problems. I feel sorry for pugs. They are sweet dogs. Just deformed. You can hear their breathing from a mile away when they're only walking. Ticketmaster and StubHub. As a local musician I can say that. While Ticketmaster is literally Satan for any reputable act, us shitty cover bands have no way to validate real tickets from fake tickets without Ticketmaster. It just makes it so much easier to have a basic level of authentication for the sales of tickets we all have to make. Quibi. Greater than Quibi. Quick bites of captivating entertainment. Created for mobile by the best talent. Designed to fit perfectly into any moment of your day. You shall die in about a Quibi. Planned obsolescence. I can imagine someone making an argument that it's necessary to do to thrive in the competitive business context that we are in. I would argue that any context which makes it necessary is flawed. If planned obsolescence is necessary in the context of capitalism that we exist in, then this demonstrates a defect with the capitalism we exist in itself. Yes, it is sad. 20-year-old fridge goes out. You think, well, 20 years. That was pretty good. Get a brand new, energy-efficient model that croaks after 2 years. And they are all about the same. We have no choice but to buy garbage anymore. Most meetings, we have email. What I've come to realize is that 90% of meetings are necessary. But the duration of those meetings is about 90% too long. And include about 90% unnecessary participants. Rudeness. We all have bad days. Issues in life. Maybe a sick family member or yourself. It still doesn't give you a right to be mean to others. Never let your own mood affect the way you treat others. Easier said than done, but I try to remember this when I am feeling impatient and angry. Being bothered by how other people live their lives when they aren't hurting anyone or themselves. People starving. There is enough resources in the world so that no one, it doesn't matter where they're from or where they are, should starve to death, or be homeless, or die of a treatable disease. Exactly, the right to food, shelter and medicine should be a universal human right. There is enough for everyone's need, but not for everyone's greed. From a certain point of view, everything. Water seems pretty fucking necessary. It's not widely known, but you can go without drinking anything for the rest of your life. You can also eat bullets without any long-lasting ill effects. Living isn't really necessary. Nipples on the batsuit. You trying to get smacked. Daylight savings time. We should leave the clocks forward. Putting people down for no reason. He was old and in a lot of pain. He had had a good life, but it was time to end. Fix your teen and conversion therapy. Expensive clothes for small dogs. Greater than expensive clothes for small dogs FTFY. That's a bit too broad. Dogs can get cold in the winter, especially breeds with short hair. Getting them a coat for their walk is something more people should do, really. Also, dogs' paws are quite sensitive to heat. If it's summer and you're in a city, get them shoes so they don't burn their paws on the asphalt. If it's too hot for your hand to be comfortable, it's too hot for your dog's paws. She gets cold and hates the rain. I don't want her to shiver or sulk. Clip show episodes in sitcoms. Except Community. Community's clip show episode was just downright clever as hell. The first time I watched Community, I remember sitting through the highlight reel episode thinking, fuck, I don't remember any of this stuff. Quote, they're a relic of having long-term narrative arcs in the days before binging in on-demand shows. Let's go back to, say 1998. Friends is huge. But it's not like you buy the seasons in VHS. DVD isn't around yet. Major narrative points are coming up, but in order to remind people of 3 to 4 years of context where no one rewatched episodes, enter the clip show the week before the big episode. It's weird having those episodes as part of the larger streaming versions of these shows, but they served their purpose at the time. Shows doing them nowadays, yeah, no. And musical episodes, except Buffy. Instagram influencers, Instagram influencers. Racist monsieur, it's idiotic. Man single-handedly ended racism. This post, this comment, this rebuttal, this taking off your shoes to pass through airport security. Owning a pet, having children, getting married. If you want those things, great, go pursue your dreams. But if you just want them because that is what society says to want, don't do it. You'll just end up miserable. And/or the kids won't have a good childhood. Arguing with toxic people in multiplayer games. 99% of the time it gets even more heated and leads to nothing. I only ever play on mute. Heaven. To be honest, church is an organized religion. If you want to believe that there is a flying spaghetti monster that can answer your prayers, and that helps you keep a positive attitude, great. But when a bunch of FSM believers get together and start trying to convert others, or take control of governments to force everyone to eat pasta and make rice illegal, that's when the problems start. Third-party hotel booking sites. The best rate you can get is by calling the hotel, being polite, and having a little bit of luck. This is coming from a front desk associate. What tips do you suggest for asking for better rate? Usually when I call, they quote me a few bucks above booking websites, and I don't know if front desk is authorized to offer a price match or if I'm doing a Karen. Lol. I mean, it depends on the hotel corporate policy, the manager's lenience, and the season. Hence the luck part of my comment. But I work for a Wyndham branch hotel and we'll do a 10% better rate than a verifiable travel site rate. The hotels have to pay those sites commission and would rather have guests book directly through the hotel anyway. So, if you're polite and you can reference the travel site you're looking at in comparison, we'll want to help you out and book that at a lower rate for you. Unnecessary hate. People hating stuff because they want to hate it. No reason. Certainly no explanation. They just hate it. I hate this comment. I expected this. I don't hate anything without a reason. But I don't like people acting like I owe them an explanation when I say I dislike something. American tipping culture. Just pay your fucking waiters a livable wage. The burden of paying your staff shouldn't be on the generosity of your customers. Silent letters in words. Ideally, you should be able to spell a word correctly by how it sounds. Q sounds like Q. Social media influencers. Being rude and saying shit that you should keep to yourself. New consoles, phones, etc. without new major tech developments that would actually make them worth it. All they do is price out poor people from new games since those developers aren't gonna make games available for the old console even if they could technically run on it. Same for phones. I'm lucky enough to have an iPhone 6s that's still good enough for basically anything I'd want to do. But eventually it'll stop supporting OS updates and new apps. I can't think of a single major gaming console ever released that hasn't had tech developments worth creating a new console for. Can you provide an example of what you mean? Maybe she was thinking of Xbox One X PS4 Pro. Which still wouldn't make sense since a fake no game is a lock to that specific version of the consoles. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Say it again. Reddit gold. Why would anyone pay real-world money for a random stranger? Makes no sense. The few times I did receive awards it made me happy as hell. I consider that a good reason. Greater than why would anyone pay real-world money for a random stranger multi-million-dollar company to put an icon above the comment of a random stranger. It blows my mind too. Using strawman tactics. You're wasting everyone's time. And if you need to misrepresent your opponent's viewpoint in order to effectively argue against it, they probably have the more sensible opinion. Designer breeds of animals. They're mongrels, and a lot have pretty serious genetic damage or neurological problems because they're bred for cash, not for the welfare of the animals. Wasps. Absolutely true. Also mosquitoes. But they do help to an extent in controlling population. So not sure about it? Star Wars sequels. Just leave the animated shows and games to develop the universe, goddammit! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. The Star Wars universe really was in a pretty good position after Episode 6. A nice happy ending. It sucks that Disney had to basically ignore the history of the Star Wars universe to create a nonsensical new conflict. Then they go ahead and kill off all of the beloved characters and replace them with boring cardboard cutouts. Celebrities. 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 Why do we worship these people and pay them millions of dollars to play music? A child's game or make-believe. All the while we struggle to survive. Wake up, you miserable cunt. People who drive REAAAALLLYYYYY slow. I have one friend who drives 15 over the speed limit. I have another friend who drives the speed limit. The one who drives the speed limit got into a car accident before, and that's why they drive the speed limit. I drive the speed limit now. TikTok. Racist monsieur. Me too hug. Incorrect. You are necessary and needed. For a lot of people going into the office. Health insurance. Non-Americans think we're insane to allow what is essentially a multi-trillion-dollar racketeering cartel. Hollywood writers who cannot get even the simplest of technical computer details right, even though there's an abundance of people who they can hit up to review for accuracy and actually get it right. Greater than simplest of technical computer details right. But that is so boring, we need to believe that computer programs just scroll down the page in green and black, and that speech recognition is perfect, and that every government agency has glass computer walls where they can just tap and sweep to get the perfect information at the right time. Laugh tracks. People getting upset over words on the internet. Drama. Feeding on drama, enjoying it and fueling it to then say that drama is unnecessary. Parents relying on other people to raise their own kids. For there to be a lot of non-straight people in movies. Sometimes it's just so forced and feels annoying. Nah, it's just the poorly written ones that are annoying. They are the non-straight equivalent of the hyper-masculine guy that won't shut up about getting laid. Or the badass Mary Sue. Circumcision in most cases. The Electoral College. This comment. So is this post. Wasps. Wasps are necessary. While they can also kill some beneficial insects, they can be helpful in eating crop-destroying bugs such as grubs, caterpillars and weevils. They are so useful in this respect that farmers will sometimes ship wasps in as a natural pest control for their crop. They also offer some pollination. Reddit TBH. Celebrities. Instagram. Our birds aren't real. Arguing about politics. Talking shit about your ex. Trash talking doesn't do any good for anyone. Especially to your new so. One day they'll talk about you like that. So true. My boyfriend said he had good times with his ex to my face. I asked about her. At the time I got a little jealous, but it made me realize he's going to be talking about me the same way. Underrated comment. Atheists like Gervais religiosely shitting on people who want to believe in God. Dude, get a life. I'm an atheist, but I think people should believe in whatever they want. I'm a Christian, but speaking from an unbiased standpoint, I see both sides. Christians get shit on because they have some who won't shut up about religion, and they don't realize not everybody can take that leap of faith, or religion doesn't apply to them, or they end up making all Christians look bad when there are many different offshoots of it and not all are Like that. Atheists get shit on also because there are a couple who just harass someone for their belief and won't shut up about how it's not real, and or it's just your imagination, which makes the term atheist seem bad when it just means someone who isn't religious. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.